guys, this is Svein back again with another review, and today we're gonna have a look at the Storm Collectibles 1/12 scale Mortal Kombat figure Kintaro. And yeah, as you can see, here's the front of the box, and as always a beautiful display window that goes onto the top here. Got nice graphics with a picture of Kintaro on the front there that carries over to the side. Got Mortal Kombat logo and Kintaro on the side there. Got the picture of the figure on the other side. Mortal Kombat, Kintaro, Storm Collectible Action Series. And on the back, got your product shots, and also get the bio. If you want to read that one, you can just put the video on pause and read it on your own time. Mortal Kombat logo on the top there, on the bottom, and some cautions and copyrights. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. So let's open it up and have a look at the contents. Here you have what's in the packaging. As always, you get this logo backdrop piece if you want to display your figure with that. And there are two plastic clamshells there. In the top one you find the figure and extra hands and extra head sculpts. And in the bottom tray you find various blood effect parts there. You got Sub-Zero ripped in half head sculpts. You got the fireball. You got the stand here for the fireball, I presume. And you get a new set of hands for the unmasked Sub-Zero figure with ice frosted arms, and a new set of hand parts here. And yeah, let's open this up and have a better look at them, shall we? Now, usually I start off with the accessories, but this time around most of the accessories are for the unmasked Sub-Zero figure. So I'm gonna put those on the side for a second here, and we're gonna take a look at what comes with the actual Kintaro figure. And yeah, excuse me, you get a bunch of hands here. You get a pair of holding hands there, or open grasping hands, and I assume, yeah, you get 4 of these. You get 2 pairs of these grasping hands, and you also get two pairs of these holding hands right there. They're all pretty much painted and sculpted the same, so we're gonna take a look at, let's see, let's start with the first set here. And yeah, they're really nicely painted and sculpted, as you can see here. Black for the nails, and yeah, that pretty much goes for all four of those hands. Same here, nicely sculpted, black for the nails, orange brown on the top here, and a pale color in the inside. And that's pretty much how all of the hands are painted. That's those. Next up, we have a couple of head sculpts there. You have this grinning head sculpt with the fangs there, and yeah, nicely sculpted and painted in that red brownish color, and with the pale detailing here. Yeah, that's that head sculpt. And then we have this roaring head sculpt, painted the same way. Oh shit, sorry about that. Also nicely sculpted and painted. The figure itself is covered by a sheath of plastic here to protect the paint. That's really nice. It's also a sheet in the bottom of the tray there. And yeah, move this one out of the way there. And here we have Kintaro himself. With gauntlet pieces and stuff here. Let's go in on the head sculpt first. This one is just a neutral expression, painted and equally nicely sculpted as the previous ones. And yeah, you got these silver pauldrons, that's soft rubber on the shoulders. And they're just attached to the strappings there that you can adjust if you want to. Nicely done with tiger stripes and all that. Got this silver gauntlet pieces on all 4 arms. Right out of the box it comes with these tight fists or closed fists. And yeah, you have the brown for the leather on the straps there, silver for the piece on the chest there. You got this sash in soft rubber with the yin yang symbol there. Didn't notice the belly button here until now. Not sure if Goro has one, but we'll see when we compare the figures. Nicely painted. Got the silver for the knee pads here. The straps here, however, are just painted in, which is just as well. They won't hinder the articulation. And upper arms have a butterfly joint. The top piece of the chest is made by rubber. The figure can look up, down, and you have some side to side movement there. As I mentioned, you have a butterfly joint, which the rubber piece here will flex out of the way for, and they can do a full 360 on the top arms there. You got the bicep swivel, you got the double jointed elbow, giving you that much range. There is a ball joint in the wrist, so you can get up and down and in and out depending on how you rotate it. There is a ball joint in the top piece of the torso here. There's a ball joint in the lower piece of the torso. Now, the bottom arms don't have a butterfly joint, and they can't do a full 360 due to the top arms there. But you do have bicep rotation, and you got the same double jointed elbow as the top arms. Same for the wrist joint, up and down, in and out, depending on how you rotate that ball joint. There's ball joints, or no, it's universal joints for the hips. You can get his legs about this far out. On the very squeaky joints, you can kick about this far forward, this far backwards. There is a rotation in the hip there, and you have a double jointed knee giving you this much range. You got ankle tilt down and up, and you get a swivel or a rocker, and you get toe joint. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this guy. Here's the whole figure from the front. The figure from the back. Nicely sculpted and painted. And yeah. I wish the gauntlets went all the way around the wrist though, instead of just going halfway, more or less, with the opening on the inside there. But maybe that's accurate to the game model, I'm not sure, but it would have looked better if it completed all the way around the wrist. But yeah, that's that for the figure. Put him to the side. And then we have this, and yeah, it's your typical stand here. Let's take out the parts really quickly. You get standard translucent base piece here with 5 holes, and you get, let's see here, you get a short and a long bottom piece for the rod. You get difference on this here. You got 2 middle pieces for the rod, they're the same length, and you get 2 top pieces for the rod, they're also about the very same length. And yeah, you can kind of mix and match these for whatever height you want on the display rod there. And you have the fireball effect with the peg hole under it. It's nicely done. Yellow, translucent yellow going over to solid red, and it's a bit of a harder plastic, and you can just build that rod up however you want it. Insert this peg to the fireball effect and attach that to the base plate, and yeah, depending on how many pieces of the rods you want to put in, you can get various heights. So that's that. Now over to the pieces meant for the fatality stuff. You got the ripped off Sub-Zero head here, or 2 parts of it anyway. And yeah, there's the inside That's the outside. So really gory pieces. That's that. You also get a pair of blood effect to put on the arms for when you want to display the ripped off arms, and they're like just attached like so to the arms of whichever figure you want to rip the arms off. And they're made of a soft rubber, which is nice, easy to put on the hard ball peg. And this is pretty much how they look like. You get 2 of those. You also get a pair of these blood effects that's supposed to go into the torso instead of the ball peg on the shoulder on the arms, so you get the blood splatter out of the body as well. Also made of a soft rubber. You also get this piece to put on the neck peg, I assume, for blood effects, for the ripped off head. It's a bit of a spine there. It seems kind of deep, that peg hole in there. I guess it's too small for the bottom torso piece if you want to simulate a ripped off torso. I think the ball peg in the torso is way bigger than this, but it's a lot of spine sticking up from the neck there. But I guess you can turn it around like this for photos. But yeah, this one is soft rubber too. See the spine in there. And you get a pair of these frozen arms for the unmasked Sub-Zero, done in translucent blue. And it has the same articulation as the hands on the original hands on the unmasked Sub-Zero figure. But yeah, they come with the closed fists on them. You also get a pair of splayed out hands. You get a pair of open palm hands, or karate chop hands, or whatever. Ice freeze posing hands. Get a pair of semi-grasping hands here. And you also get a pair of hands to use with the ice block rip apart or his fatality, Sub-Zero's fatality piece. So there you got that. And that was pretty much it for the accessories, so let's do some comparisons. And here you have all the 4 big guys from this Mortal Kombat lineup, the 4 bosses of the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 or Mortal Kombat Trilogy, depending on which one of them you wanna consider here. But yeah, here you have all the 4 bosses, 3 sub-bosses, and the big boss from Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 and so on until Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And yeah, finally have all the 4 bosses and pretty happy with that. This is going to look nice on the shelf. So yeah, there you have that. Let's bring in some smaller guys. And here we have our misfortune bastard for today. Unmasked Sub-Zero in question here. And this is how the regular fighters stand against this big beast of a Shokan warrior. And yeah, I wouldn't want to get in on that much, but yeah, that's how that look. Now as for the accessory parts intended for this Sub-Zero figure, I'll attempt at removing the arms and see how it goes. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll get back on that. But yeah, give me a second off camera and I'll try to remove his arms. Well, that actually went pretty smoother than I thought. Just grab on tightly to the arms and just wiggle them out like you usually do with a ball jointed piece. But yeah, make sure that you keep track on these mid section shoulder parts so you don't lose them. And yeah, let's see how this will work out then. We'll these effect pieces here. Right there. Now, as light source right there. Now these 2 pieces goes into Sub-Zero. You're probably gonna need these parts again. And you just move them around until you feel they're sitting comfortable. And then you just try to locate that ball joint again. There you have one. There you have the other. And now he can scream and bleed as much as he actually wants there. As for the other pieces here, you just put them on to the ball joint like so. There you have one ripped off hand, or arm rather, and there is the other. There you have that. And now over to the funny bit. You take his head and pray that the ball peg doesn't come out with the head. Then you take the spine piece here, put it on like so, rotate it like that if you want to. But yeah, remove that for a second. And there you have the full effect of that fatality. And yeah, that will look pretty gruesome on display. And I love these pieces. They make or break the figure in my opinion, especially when it comes to a Mortal Kombat character. But yeah, give him a couple of seconds and I'll give Kintaro a few adjustments and I'll be right back. And yeah, here we have Kintaro in full action here. Just ripped off Sub-Zero's arms and head and even split the head, as you can see there. And this is not looking too healthy for Sub-Zero trying to walk away without arms and head. And yeah, it's a really awesome display. I used hands that comes with the original Sub-Zero body for now for this fatality, but I'll do a quick shot with the other hands on him as well. But yeah, there you have it. That's Sub-Zero without a head and arms. And this is Kintaro with Sub-Zero's head and arms. And yeah, really awesome looking. And of course I put him in a pose that will easily make him tip over, but yeah. The gruesomeness is in all its glory. So let's see if we can make this guy stand a little better. There you go. So give me a second and I swap out, or I try to heal Sub-Zero somehow. Give me a second. So after a quick stop in the ICU, Sub-Zero is fine again, no more headache, and his hands are back on, or the new hands anyway. Let me move Kintaro out of the way for a second here while he feeds on his flesh there. But yeah, here's Sub-Zero with the icy arms. That looks pretty awesome. I'm not sure which arms I'm gonna display this figure with now. But yeah, looks really good. And that was pretty much it for my review on this Storm Collectibles 1/12 scale Mortal Kombat Kintaro figure. And yeah, it's an awesome figure. Great accessory pieces. What you see here is what you get with the figure. You get 2 extra head sculpts, get the flame ball accessory with the stand, and you get 2 different sets of hands here. He comes with the closed fists straight out of the box. You get 4 of these arm ripping hands. That's the only thing I found I could hold on to was the arms. And you get 4 of the face ripping hands. It takes some doing to find enough friction between the fingers there to pull it off, but it's doable, as you saw. You also get the extra set of hands and the 2 frosted arms for the Sub-Zero figure, and you also get the ripped head fatality piece as well as the blood effects to go with those. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, great figure. Love to finally have it in my collection and to have completed the 4 boss figures. And I'll probably leave my Kintaro post like that on my shelf though, so yeah, I'll give you a quick overview of my collection so far right after this, or for you right now. And that concludes my review on this figure. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, go nuts in the comments, guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.